It's over.
Yeah.
Dude, it ain't 9 o'clock.
What?
It ain't 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering what I was doing for a second there.
Yeah, I
What's
mean,
your math?
yeah, this is my math. Yeah, I teach math at 8 and I teach chemistry at 9. I mean, you're welcome to stay if you want. Little, you know, refresher course, I guess. But whatever. But I will see you in an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so what I need is questions on the review. Anybody got any questions on the review? 28? Ah, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so it is 4:29 today, and this is SM2H, Unit 10, pre-test review, and 28. Now 28 says, in order to get an A in math class, I like this, right? Okay. It said David must turn in all of his homework. Okay. And get 90% better on all of his tests. So he's got to do two things, right? So, you know, step one is he must turn in all homework. Okay. And step two is he must get 90% on all tests. Okay? So it said, what is the probability that David gets an A in math class if he does not turn in all his homework? Anybody want to take a stab at that? 0. Who said that? Higley. Hetzler, does that make sense? Yeah, he's got to do both things. It doesn't matter if he does this, if he doesn't do this, it isn't going to matter. Does that make sense? Anybody else? Okay, that's 28. Any other questions you want to look at?
Can you work 29?
29? Love to. Alrighty, 29 says, the ski club has 10 members. So you got 10 members in the ski club. Alright. And I'm going to choose 3 officers. And I am going to choose, so 10 members of the ski club, and I want to choose 3 officers. Okay? And they are going to be a captain, a co-captain, and a secretary. Alrighty, now, $6 million question here is what? Anybody know what the $6 million question is here? Exactly. Who was that? Higley. Alrighty. Now, is this a C or a P? Anybody want to go out on a limb here and maybe take a stab at it? Okay, now, here's the question. Remember what word did I teach you to look for? You remember what word I told you to look for to know the difference? No. What was the difference between C and P? There was one word I told you to look for. Nobody remembers? Starts with an O. No. Order. Okay? Now, in a situation like this, I would say, yeah, order probably doesn't matter. Because it doesn't say, or doesn't specify that there's going to be anything specific going on here. Does that make sense? But, here's my question. Would it matter to you if you were the captain, or the co-captain, or the secretary?
Yeah.
I heard that. Who was that? Yeah, I would say to me it would matter. We all want to be in charge, right? So if I'm finishing a race, or I'm running for president, don't you think order matters? Yeah, we live in America. Everybody wants to be first. Don't they? Is anybody in here okay being first all the time?
I am.
Who was that?
Evan?
Oh, Evans, that's BS, man. You swim, right?
Yeah.
Do you go out there thinking, man, I want to come in 5th place?
No, not really.
Exactly. You want to be first, right? Just like Ricky Bobby, man. I want to go fast. Okay? So, I would say in this one, this is going to be 10P3. Because by heck, I want to be the captain. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go 10P3. I go 10 math probability. Did anybody do 10P3?
720.
720. That's what I would have done. Now, here's the difference. If I was just going to be on a committee, I don't care if I'm on that committee. But if I'm going to be the captain, or if I'm going to finish a race, or do you know what I'm saying? That's kind of where the difference lies. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Anybody else? Got one they want to look at?
Can we go over 21?
Yeah. Yeah, plus, pissing me off. Alrighty, 21. Ah, that's a good one. Okay. So 21 says I'm going to roll a pair of die. One blue and one green, and getting a sum of 6 or 10. So I'm going to get a sum of 6 or 10. Now, does it really matter that one's blue and one's green?
No.
No, it really doesn't matter. I've still got 36 potential outcomes, right? Well, how many of those outcomes are going to be a 6? What are my potentials? I got, what, a 1 and a 5, right? Or a 5 and a 1, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a 2 and a 4, a 4 and a 2, right? Or a 3 and a 3. Any other potential outcomes there for a 6? No, so that gives me 5 out of 36 possibilities, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Then it says, or a 10. So the minute I see or, what am I going to do? I'm going to add, right? I'm going to go sum of 10. Well, what are my potentials for a 10? So I got 4 and 6, or 6 and 4, 5 and 5. Any other possibilities there? I don't think so. That gives me 3 out of 36, right? So it's an or. I'm simply going to take my 5 out of 36, add it to my 3 out of 36, and I'm going to get 8 out of 36. Now, I specify on the test what I want. So make sure you pay attention to that. Is it a fraction? Is it a decimal? Is it a percent? And this one, let's say it's a fraction. So I leave that as a fraction. What would I get?
2/9.
2/9, right? 2/9. Now let's say I changed my mind and I wanted that as a decimal. What would I get?
0.2 repeating.
0.2 repeating. Okay, and then what if I wanted that as a percent?
22.2.
22.2%. And it specifies on the test which way it wants that answer written. Okay? I don't remember. Atkinson, was that your question?
Yes, thank you, that helps.
Okay. Anybody else got a question?
Can you do number 15?
Is that a challenge or?
I mean, will you show us how to
Yeah. Plick, is that you?
Yeah.
Alrighty. 15 says I want a 6. So I'm going to draw a 6. Then a 2. Then a ace. Did I say then a 2? Does anybody recall? What?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I did. And I wrote then an ace. That, I guess I was thinking ahead. So this is an ace out there. That's supposed to be a 2, right? Okay, now, key to remember is that each one of these questions has to have how many answers? Why 2? Exactly. Remember, 2 answers each. Alrighty, so let's go with replacement. Okay, so probability of drawing a 6 is going to be what? 1/13. Now, when we did this, what word did I always write right here? Anybody remember? It's going to be a 6 and then a 2 and then an ace. Why did I write that? I couldn't tell who said that, but why did I write and right there? Means multiply, right? So I put that card back and then a 2. What's my probability of drawing a 2? 1/13. And then how about an ace? 1/13. I take and I times them together. I'm going to get 1 out of what? 2,197. And if I left it like that, that'd be fine. Did anybody put that into a decimal?
Yeah, it's 0.00046.
Which would be 0.046 as a percent, right? I think to make these a little easier, I think I had you on the test leave that as a fraction. Okay? Now, let's go without replacement. Okay? Now, so I draw a 6. So that is still going to be 1 out of 13, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. But now I'm going to draw a 2, but I don't put that 6 back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what's that going to be?
4 out of 51.
Now it's going to be 4 out of 51 because instead of having 50, because this was really 1/13 was really 4 out of 52, right? We just reduced that in our head. But now I've got only 51 cards left in my deck, 4 of which are 2s. Then an ace is now going to be 4 out of 50, which I think I guess you could reduce, which if I times that out is going to give me 16 out of what? $33,150. Now, one thing you need to understand is that will be marked wrong on the test. Anybody know why?
You can reduce it.
Yes, will be marked wrong. Okay? You must reduce. A fraction that is not reduced is wrong. Anybody have that as a fraction that is reduced?
Yeah, it's 8 over 16,575.
16,575 is a fraction. So I would take that, and that's going to be a really tiny percent or decimal in percent, isn't it? Did anybody do that?
Yeah, it's 0.00048.
Like that?
Yeah.
Which is 0.048%, like that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I had you leave them as fractions. I know, like I did 3 groups here, and I had one group I had you leave as fractions, one group I had you leave as decimals, and then one group I had you write as a percent to kind of give you a little bit of everything. Okay? Plika,
Yeah.
does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yep, anytime. That it?
Can you go over 25, please?
Oh, is that Bella?
Yep.
Alrighty, 25 says what? I need some more paper here in a sec. So, Bill plays on 2 softball teams. Apparently Bill has no life. So, Team A, okay, so I got Team A. So I got Team A here. What question? This was 25. So Team A wins 58% of the time, and Team B wins 37% of their games. So obviously, like Team A is like his good team. Team B must be like the team from work. Alrighty, so I want to know that both. So I want both teams win. Now, what I need you to do, and this is kind of why I put this question on here, to see if you could transfer. So for both teams to win, I need to figure out what kind of question is this going to be. And what are the 2 things I'm looking for? Is this a what or a what?
Is this an and or an or?
Exactly. That's exactly what you got to say to yourself. Was that you, Evans?
Yes, it was.
Good job. Now, here's my question, Bella. You still there, Bella?
Yeah.
So for both teams to win, I need Team A to win. And then what word is going to be written right there? And Team B to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And once I realize that, it basically tells me what I got to do. Well, I'm going to take 58%, which I'm going to write as a what? Probably. I guess it really doesn't matter, but I would write 0.58. And I'm going to times that by 0.37, and that's going to give me what my answer is. Anybody do that? Nobody does.
0.215.
0.215, which would give me 21.5%. That makes sense, Bella?
Yeah.
And then the rest of that, okay, either Team A or Team B wins. Now that's a what? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Can we look at 26? Because I'll bet you 90% of you get this wrong. I'm going to see how smart somebody is. Well, Higley, was that you?
Yeah.
What?
I was trying to get it wrong.
Okay, so here's my question, Higley. You listening?
Yeah.
And if I was, how many people are on here? Can anybody see the counter? Okay, so for those 40 of my students that are not on here, this is like the $6 million question. So my money says, Higley, that you have 95% as an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many of you have 95% as the answer to this question? Is there any, well, let's do it this way. Is there anyone on right now that does not have 95% as the answer? Who said me? Who? Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? You're super tired? Why? Maybe you need to start going to sleep a little earlier. Maybe. Okay. So Jeremy does it. I thought I heard a female voice that said they didn't. Who was that? Who?
Done.
Hey, I love you. What's up?
Nothing good.
Okay, so so Olivia, leave your mic on. So do you want to take a stab at why the answer is not 95?
Because isn't it because you have to do the 58 plus 47 and that's the stop, the both.
Damn, nice job, woman.
Thanks.
Yeah, so what you got to do is remember, this is either Team A or Team B wins, not what? Not they both win. So you're exactly right. So I would have taken 0.58 and added that to 0.37, and that's where you all got your 95, right? But then I've got to minus off my 0.215 where they both win, which gives me, I believe, 73.5%. Is that what you got, Olivia? Yeah. So, does that make sense, Higley?
Yep.
Whoever's question this was. Actually, I believe it started with Bella way back, but I knew that one would happen. Anybody else?
Maybe number 23.
23? Pasadena?
I thought I sure did it right. Don't judge.
No, I just wanted to make sure that was the right one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Pasadena. A little California action here. Alrighty, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8 factorial divided by, what do I got? 3a, 3 factorial. Are there any other duplicates there? No? So I would just go 8 math probability factorial divide. I would just go 6 enter, and I got 6720. Anybody else get 6720?
I did.
Yeah.
That makes sense, Higley?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else got a question?
Did you do 6?
6? Was that you, Hunter?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so 6 17C15, that one?
Yeah. Maybe I missed a class or something the time that we did this, because my internet's been...
It's all on your calculator, so watch. So I'm going to type in the first number, then I'm going to hit the math button, arrow over to probability, right? And then I'm going to arrow down to NCR, hit enter, and then I'm going to type in 15, and some of your calculators will show up a little differently, but it's still the same thing. Mine puts it right where it goes, and I just hit enter, and that's going to be 136. Anybody else get that?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense, Hunter?
Yeah, thank you.
And I know there's at least a couple of these. There's only like, I don't know, 20-something questions on the test. It's not very long.
How many more units do we have?
One? Yeah, just one unit. What?
Do we have like an end of year altogether test?
You know, I'm a little torn. We actually had a math department meeting on this yesterday, and there are some teachers that want to do one. There are some teachers that don't want to do one. I'm thinking we might, just to kind of see. I don't know, Jeremy. I look at it and I say to myself, you know, I expect more out of you guys. I really do. I hate to put it that way, but let's face it. You know, we're 77 of the smartest sophomores in the school. So I would like to see what we can do. Now, granted, I realize that out of those 77, I probably got 7 kids that are going to cheat and whatever, which is what, I mean, you know, it is what it is. A lot of that will depend on how this next unit goes. We're going to do a matrices unit, and to do matrices, the way I teach you have to have a calculator. Well, I guess you don't have to, but having a calculator takes a 30-minute assignment and turns it into like a 7-minute assignment. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how matrices go, and then we'll go from there. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else got a question before I share the test?
Okay, Denton.
Yo!
Have you considered switching to TikTok?
Okay, so I was reading on Facebook last night, and one of my friends shared a thing on TikTok, and they said that there are some things about TikTok that aren't really good, but can't you only do for like, aren't those videos like timed?
Yeah. You do like one problem, see, and then you can go back and watch it, like however many times.
Well, can't you do that with my videos?
But those are so long.
Well, what's my longest video been, like 35 minutes? Lately?
Oh, sure.
Wah. Actually, the school has requested that we do not use TikTok from an official teacher standpoint. Now, I could do it personally, but from a teacher standpoint, the school has pretty much banned things like that. Just because they don't have, from an official, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
On my official teacher page, I can't do that. Could I do them personally? Yes. But they've really, it's all about student information. So like when you sign up for TikTok, you give whoever made that platform the right to your information. And as a teacher, I cannot have my students do that in a educational setting. Can I go and do that personally? Yeah, that'd be fine. But they've really gotten kind of paranoid of all those platforms and student information. So that's why I don't do that. So does anyone else have a question on the review? Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Our review score will be due tonight at 11:59. And then test will be due Thursday at 11:59. Okay, that's PM. Share that with your 40 buddies that aren't online, because I don't know, you get a lot of late stuff, which I don't know, is kind of self-defeating, but whatever. Okay. Anybody got a question?
Hey, I got one more.
Sweet. What is it?
Can you work 17 for us?
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's this?
Paul.
Hey, Matty, how's it going?
Good.
You miss me, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Liar. But I appreciate, the line makes me feel good anyway. Alright, so 17 says a bag of green and blue, you got a bag of 3 green and 4 blue marbles, right? So you got 3 green and 4 blue, right? Now, it first wants me to determine if they are independent or dependent, and then find the probability, right? So it says, a blue marble is drawn and not replaced, then a second blue marble is drawn. So my question is first off, is this independent or dependent? Let's answer that question first. Anybody want to take a stab at that?
Dependent?
Why is it dependent?
Because if you take it out and not replace it, then it changes how the rest of them are going to work.
That's a great explanation. I believe that was Bella, right?
Yeah.
If I do not put it back, it has to be dependent, because she's exactly right. It changes the probability. So, I'm going to first draw a blue marble. So what's my probability of drawing a blue marble? Nobody knows my probability of drawing a blue marble?
4 out of 7.
Go 4 out of 7, right? Okay, and then it says, then, so what's my operator going to be here? Anytime I had that kind of question, what did I write right there? Multiply, because I wrote and, so I'm going to times that by a second blue marble. So what's that now?
3 out of 6.
So say it again.
3 out of 6.
Now it's 3 out of 6. Why?
There's already a blue marble out.
Yep. So now I've only got 6 marbles to choose from. I had 4. I've lost 1. Now I'm 3, right? So I do that. That's going to give me, what's that? 12 out of 42, right? Which would reduce to what?
6 out of 21.
6 out of 21?
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, I can go farther.
Exactly. It could go down to 2 out of 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I left it as a fraction, what would that be as a decimal? .2 what? 9 or 29% roughly. I would probably have left one more decimal there. Whoever said that answer. What was that? What was that decimal? 0.2 what?
0.286.
286. I I probably would have left it like that, and they went 28.6%. But whatever. Okay? That answer your question, Maddie?
Yeah, it did.
Now, just for argument's sake, what if I put that marble back each time? Now what does that do to this? Now it's independent because it doesn't matter what happened the first time I'm putting them back. Does that make sense? Maddie?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Alright, that's about the amount of time I wanted to use, so pay attention. I'm going to go over and I will share the key right now, and I will publish the test. Just go to Unit 10 Test Prescore, and that will be where you can access the test, do the test, take a picture, upload it. And then on Friday we'll check it, hopefully, assuming I get enough. I've sent some emails, called some parents. Things have gotten better. So, any last requests?
Happy birthday, Logan.
It's your birthday, Logan?
Yeah, it is.
Woo! 16?
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
It is way different, isn't it? Not being at school and having all your friends be able to say, oh, make it a big deal. It kind of sucks. Yeah, Bella went through that.
Yeah, I was hoping nobody would notice at first, and I was like, wait, will anybody notice?
Well, how did they notice?
Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat, gotcha. I have Snapchat, but I can't be friends with any of my kids, so it doesn't do me any good, but whatever. Well, alrighty, guys. I will see you on Friday.
Yes.
Okay, later.
Thank you.
Yep, that's why I'm here.